Hey guys, it's Grace, and today I'm going to be filming a video on Freshman Advice. This is going to be my first video in my back to school series, and right now, at this moment, when you're watching this video, I am currently at camp, so we have migrated into the beginning of August now, so I think that it's finally time to get back into the school season. As I know, some of you will be going back to school in August. Personally, I don't go back until September, which is really weird because normally we go back in August. So not only are these tips or advice good for freshmen, but they're also good if you're moving to a new school or if you're going into any grade of high school. I mean, they're pretty much general tips, so I'm just going to get right into them. Tip numero uno, don't be scared. What I mean by this is most freshmen get very stressed out, very fearful of their first day in high school, and for high school in general. High school is not as different from middle school as you think it may be. Yes, you have a lot more stress put on you and the classes are harder, but other than that, for me at least, it was the same people. We had the same people in our middle school that were in our high school except for people that moved, so it wasn't very stressful for me. I didn't have to meet a whole bunch of new people or anything like that, but it's not as big of a deal as you make it out to be, so just don't make yourself sick over the idea of going into high school. It's not that big of a deal. Tip number 2 is go to freshman orientation if you have a freshman orientation. Now this is very helpful, as if you don't already have your schedule before then, you'll get your schedule then. You can walk through your schedule. I think you can meet some of your teachers. You'll meet peers if you don't know anyone going into your high school. You'll also meet some of your upperclassmen because they're usually patrolling and helping out with freshman orientation and that kind of stuff. And you'll also be prepared and be able to walk yourself through your pathway when you actually get to the first day. So that's very good, knowing where the bathrooms are, knowing where the lunchroom is, knowing where the office is, guidance office, nurse's office, that kind of stuff is very important so that you don't get lost on your first day. You can also figure out where your classrooms are and how long it takes you to get to each class, because we have passing time and it's only 5 minutes, so if you have to pee and you have to get to class, it's a little bit difficult. So if you kind of know your way around before the first day, it's a lot more helpful. Even if you don't have an orientation, don't be worried, don't freak out, it's okay. You're still gonna be fine on the first day. The teachers are very, very nice and accepting. If you're late to class or if you walk into the wrong classroom, teachers are very, very accepting and they're chill with that for the first week or two. So don't worry about that, you're going to be fine. What I would also recommend doing if you don't have orientation is finding a time to go to your school and do a walk around by yourself or with your parents, because that's also a very good way of figuring out your schedule, figuring out where you're going to go if you don't have the option of orientation. Tip number 3 is work hard and study hard as well. Most people have the misconception that freshman year with grades does not matter. That is a complete and utter lie. I've known so many people who have thrown away their freshman year and just kind of blown off the academic portion of it and have ended up screwing themselves over for the rest of their high school life, especially with their GPA. Now, you understand that your GPA takes all of your final grades from every single year of high school. That includes freshman year. So if you mess around and do whatever and don't get good grades that year, then that will lower your GPA and you'll be working for the rest of your 3 years to bring your GPA back up. Sometimes it's possible and people turn out okay, sometimes it's not. So you really need to focus and study, and freshman year is the easiest year, so it's fine. And yes, colleges do look at freshman year, especially if you are going early access. They will look at freshman, sophomore, and junior year and not usually your senior year. So please, through all of your years of high school, just work hard, study hard, and do your best. Tip number 4 is be responsible. You have a lot more responsibilities going into high school. Teachers are not going to baby you. They're not going to come up to you when you're absent and be like, okay, here's what you missed. I'll give you all the work right here. You have to do that yourself. Along with that, you have to make decisions about what your morals are in relation to alcohol, drugs, sex, that kind of stuff. You have to kind of figure yourself out and find out what kind of person you're going to be. Are you going to be the responsible type of person that doesn't indulge in those activities very much? I don't know. Personally, I do not choose that lifestyle, but that is my own personal decision based on my own morals and my belief system, and you kind of have to figure that out for yourself. Tip number 5, do not stop in the middle of the hallway if you are a freshman to talk to your friends. Okay, this is something that just is mostly specifically for freshmen because usually everyone else understands it. It's kind of an unspoken rule that we all kind of know. When you're in the middle of the hallway, you are better be walking quickly to your next class because people have places to go. They have things to do. They may have to pee in 2 minutes and get to their next class. That's all the way across from the school. So please, freshmen and everyone else in general, do not stop in the middle of the hallway to check your phone, fix something in your bag. If you have to do it, if you have to talk to your friends in that one moment, if it's so desperate for you to have to talk to them about this piece of gossip that you just heard, move to the side, because it will not only make other people, especially upperclassmen, dislike you, but you could also be shoved a little bit because people are going to make their way through and they're going to do it whether you are in their way or not. Number 6, don't act like you rule the school. This is for freshmen specifically because I see this all the time with kids coming in from 8th grade where they are the oldest grade there, they're the most experienced, they think they know all of it, they think they are the best thing since sliced bread. No, I'm sorry, but coming from an upperclassman and a senior's point of view, that does not make me want to be your friend. Seniors have gone through what you've gone through, okay? We dealt with being freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Now we've earned the respect of the underclassmen, and we deserve that respect because we've been here the longest, because we have seniority, especially with the juniors as well. They've been here longer. They have a little bit more control. Not saying that you should follow every upperclassman's rules, not saying you should do things that go against your moral code just because they tell you to, but don't act like you are, for lack of better words, the shit because just because you're a freshman. Like, don't think that you're gonna come in here and rule the school. You are a small fish in a big pond. You are on the bottom of the totem pole, and that's just how it is for the year, and everyone has to deal with it. And it's not a very long year. It goes by faster than you expect it to. Number 7 is get yourself out there. High school has so many more opportunities than middle school ever had. There are so many clubs, there are sports, there are activities that you can do, there are little groups and after school things that you never even knew existed. Like, I think we have a well, they're called the Rainbow Connection, but they're a transgender, lesbian, gay, trans, LGBT, whatever, you know what I mean. They're a group, so we have one of those. We have like a video gaming group after school. We have obviously like a drama club and a bunch of sports, but that kind of, there's so much more to do, and that is also a great way to make friends. So if you're new, or if you're one of those school districts that like has 5 middle schools that all go into one high school, then it's a great way to make friends, and you'll be with people that have the same interests as you. Tip number 8 always comes along with high school. It's kind of be yourself. You know, you're trying to figure out who you are in high school. Things may change. You may not be the same person you were before, but hey, that's okay. You know, you really want to figure out your morals, the people that you want to hang around, what type of person you want to be. And the big kicker of this is people will like you for who you are, and you need to find friends that like you for who you are. Please don't be peer pressured into doing anything you don't want to. It's not worth it. Those people who are peer pressuring you, they're not your friends. They're not going to support you. They're not going to stick around with you when you make mistakes or you change a little bit or something big happens in your life. They're not going to be a support system for you. So just please find people that like you for you. Do not change a thing about yourself because someone else wants you to. Tip number 9, number 9 is kind of the exact opposite of that, which is kind of accepting change. I mean, yes, you don't want to change yourself for other people, but when change happens, whether it be in your life, whether it be relationships, schools changing, things and yourself changing, please realize that that is just a part of life. Things are going to change. Things are never going to stay the same, especially in high school when things can go crazy in 5 seconds and people can be completely different from who you thought they were. But please just realize that that's just a part of life. It's not your fault. There's nothing that you could do about it, sadly. And you just kind of have to go with the flow and accept whatever happens. And then my 10th tip, which is something that I very, very strongly want to highlight for anyone who is in high school currently or going to be going into high school. High school isn't everything. People seem to concentrate so much on popularity and, you know, being part of the cool crowd in high school and, you know, making it last. Like, they act like high school is their life, when in reality it's only 4 years, which is a very, very small chunk of what will be your very extremely long life. And you need to understand that nothing is made to last. So, you know, have those experiences. I'm not saying you should not have the best time that you can and make high school and make the most of high school, but I'm just saying that you need to realize that there is more to life, and if you're going through a tough time or you're struggling in any aspect of your life in high school right now, just realize that it will get better. It will be over soon. If you're being bullied, know that there is an end to that. Don't take your own life or do anything drastic like that, because you will pull through and it'll be over before you know it. Just take everything with a grain of salt. And if you're having a tough time, just remind yourself that, you know what, I'm strong enough to make it through. I only have X many amount of years left, and compared to what the rest of my life could be and the potential that I have, that is nothing. And these people are going to be nothing to me in 2 years down the road. The people who really cared about me will stick with me and keep our relationship strong even after high school. And those are the people that really matter and that will really follow you after high school. Just realize that you never have to see the people you dislike or have to deal with or bully you again after high school if you don't want to. You don't have to. Alright, so that is it. I'm sorry if this has been a very long, rambling video, but I feel like I just had to like spew it all out right there, throw up all over the camera at you. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is going to be my last pre-scheduled video, so next week's video will be a legit video with real time. It'll be real time. It won't be edited and uploaded and all that jazz beforehand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. It doesn't really do anything, but it just shows me that you like the video and you want more of these style videos. If you're excited for my back to school series, also give it a like. Yeah. And comment down below any videos that you would like me to do for that series. My previous video is going to be on this side, and my previous vlog is going to be on this side of the screen right now. My social medias are always linked down below, and they're also on the screen right now. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? You sat through this entire video without subscribing, so you probably liked it, I'm gonna say, so you should probably subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.